Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the December 4th Al-Anon readings, Encouraged to Change, and a little time for myself. Excuse me. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. We'll begin with a little time for myself. Take a moment to look this over. The question of the day is, what slogan helps me release my financial fears? And this reading is about having money concerns throughout this person's life, how they grew up feeling financial strain, and also how that continued on into adulthood. But that developing a relationship with their higher power in Al-Anon helped them to use the slogan, let go and let God, when they feel afraid. Now they recognize all sorts of abundance around them, and they feel more relaxed when it comes to their finances, and they are slowly progressing in eliminating their debt. Today's reminder talks about how having a relationship with our higher power helps us deal with all our issues when we let go and let God. The quote is from Survival to Recovery. It's talking about trusting our higher power and how we can turn our concerns over to our higher power. So back to what slogan helps me release my financial fears? So they mentioned let go and let God, and I'm looking at the index in Courage to Change to look at some slogans. Maybe keep it simple. First things first. For me, first things first, like my serenity comes first, my recovery comes first. And then keep it simple, because when I remember keep it simple, I realize that I don't really want some of the material things that may initially appear attractive to me. I may like looking at them, but I don't need to own them. And that goes with simple, like little decorations. It also applies all the way up to like where I live, the clothes I buy, the car I drive, like everything. So what slogans help you release your financial fears. And then, of course, there's the, worrying about the future, but then it's like just for today, one day at a time. Let go and let God. Like, don't worry about things that are completely out of my control. It's like we can only do what we can do, and we can only do what's in front of us right now. All right, so I'm going to take a moment and read this passage. All right. So they mention in this passage more than once that feelings are not facts. That we are all very complex beings full of emotions, experiences, and thoughts. There's more to us than one feeling, one problem. We are a wealth of contradictions. That we can be aware of our feelings without letting them overtake us. Like we can be angry at someone but still love them. We can be afraid, but we can still move through our fear. When we feel sad, we can still know, that we won't be sad forever. Today's reminder is embracing our complexities. And this goes very closely with the book that I just read, The Heart of the Soul by Gary Zukov. It's not an Al-Anon book. It's about emotional awareness and being aware of our emotions and how feeling our emotions and letting them leave our energy system in love and trust rather than fear and doubt helps us be more authentic and have authentic power, which is complete serenity of the soul. It's when our personality matches our soul. So when we're living the way our soul wants us to live. So I think that this is a really timely reading because that book is saying feel your feelings and know where they are in your energy system, and then know what thought you can think to change that painful feeling into love and trust. It's so funny because even though that book has nothing to do with Al-Anon, it is very much connected to recovery and serenity. So, very timely reading. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you so much love. Take care.